Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. After reading the story about Sarah's hit and run, Brady becomes stressed. Because the color of his vehicle resembles the one that struck Sarah, Kristen calls to tell him to postpone his plans with Rachel. He shuts his phone and instructs her to keep her wild notions to herself, saying she's so sorry for what she done to her mother. Fiona is at the apartment watching baby Victoria. Xander discovers that she was the motorist who struck Sarah. She is certain he won't ever forgive her. She hopes no one ever discovers it was Brady's vehicle. But even if they do, they won't be aware that she was behind the wheel. Sarah attempts to soothe a nervous Xander in her hospital room as he queries the whereabouts of the doctor on her test findings. She urges him to go home and see how Victoria is doing, telling him they just need to wait. She tells him she will be okay. In Horton Square, Johnny and Abby are arguing over Channel and Alex's table. They all have uncertain looks. In the square, Johnny and Abby discover Alex and Channel fighting. As Johnny moves into guard mode, Abby notices their fire. Channel cuddles up to her hubby after telling him they're okay. Rolling his eyes, Alex walks away. Johnny queries the purpose of it. As Channel tells Johnny that they were fighting about Allie, Abby leaves. She tells him that his sister isn't the reason she's sad. She is aware that she is in the right relationship. All Alex has to know is that they will never be friends again because of his treachery. Satisfied, Johnny informs her that she would be ideal for the new role they are introducing to Body and Soul. Channel notes that she has never been in an acting role. Additionally, she hasn't exactly had success dealing with romantic partners in the past. Johnny gives her a kiss, trying one more ruse. If they worked on set together, they could do it whenever they pleased. All day long, she consents to try out. Johnny and Channel are seated on the Horton Square bench, facing each other. Alex is approached by Abby outside the pub to inquire about his thoughts on becoming an actor. Though Alex hasn't, Abby believes he would be ideal for a part in his and Kate's soap opera. Since his marriage is gone and he is no longer Titan's CEO, Alex points out that he does have more time. Abby cautions that he would be starring alongside Channel if cast. Although Abby claims he can manage Johnny and Channel, Alex doesn't believe they'll go for it. Alex consents to participate in the audition. Paulina arrives to Jada's workspace as she futilely goes through the video from Sarah's accident night. She doesn't think they'll identify the perpetrator. Then, deleted video that Saxon's department store had saved from the night of the hit and run is sent to Jada. Maggie is seated at Sarah's bed as she awakens in the hospital. They talk about how a tribe will be needed to help her get through this while crying. Sarah describes Fiona's assistance as a godsend. Even though she is aware that she still has a lot of work ahead of her, she intends to leave as soon as possible. She will lead a complete life if that is not the goal for her. She is really fortunate to have a loving husband, a daughter who is a miracle, and a supporting mother. Sarah is determined not to let a hit-and-run motorist deprive her of a family future. When Brady checks his vehicle in the parking garage, he discovers that the front bumper has paint scratches. He remembers tires screeching. "Oh my God, no," he exclaims in a panic. Fiona observes that the infant doesn't comprehend a word she says, which is fortunate as it will allow her to preserve her secret as she attempts to calm a cranky Victoria in her stroller. When Xander returns home, he wonders what secret. According to Fiona, she considered sending Sarah a photo of Victoria. Xander informs that Sarah has lost sensation in her legs and describes it as incredibly considerate. Fiona receives a call from Brady as he heads out to take Victoria to Sarah. He must see her immediately. Maggie consoles Sarah in the hospital as she sobs at her circumstances. Being apart from her kid is the saddest part since newborns aren't allowed in there. "What should I not allow?" says Xander as he and Victoria walk in. He clarifies that his skill is pulling strings and greasing gears. Maggie goes home with the baby after Sarah spends time with Victoria. Kayla comes in with her test results, and Sarah winces in agony. Brady tells Fiona that he recalls tires that shriek when she arrives at the townhouse. He is also aware that a gray automobile struck Sarah. Fear that I might have been the one. Reminding him to calm down, Fiona brushes off his worries over the ding on his automobile. In addition, Sarah lost all memory and didn't see the driver. Brady is concerned because he started everything, but Fiona reassures him that Sarah's doctors are optimistic. Optimistic. Brady presses for an explanation of her meeting. Fiona makes an effort to minimize Sarah's leg numbness, but Brady's anxiety grows. Have to get myself in. Johnny informs Abby that Channel has consented to audition at the soap opera office. Abby believes he's discovered the ideal actor to play her opposite. Channel and Alex, meanwhile, read their audition sides on their phones in distinct ways. They repeat lines about triplets of bad twins, sleeping with someone's stepmother, and characters called Faith, Charity, and Arrow. Channel is eager to see what happens next, while Alex rolls his eyes. Alex stands outside the pub, staring at his phone with a confused face. Jada discovers video of the gray vehicle striking Sarah at the station. Paulina observes beside her, although they're unable to discern the brand and model. Jana gasps as she plays it frame by frame. When she discovers a partial license plate, she exclaims, "I think we just broke this case wide open." Brady takes Fiona to the parking garage to get her thoughts on the scratch on his vehicle. However, the automobile is gone by the time they arrive. There are signs of spinal cord ischemia, a kind of stroke that occurs in the spinal cord rather than the brain. Kayla informs Sarah at the hospital. With tears in her eyes, Sarah tells Xander that she may never feel again since the damage to her nerves is most likely permanent. On his shoulder, she sobs. According to teasers for Days of Our Lives, Abby Carper and Johnny DeMera will attempt to complete the ensemble of body and soul. There will be space for at least 2 additional cast members for the week of August 19th to 23, even though many of the major parts have already been filled. At that point, Abby and Johnny will surprise Channel DeMera and Alex Kyriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, with a pitch. According to teasers for Days, Johnny and Abby will both see Channel's potential for stardom and will have the same feelings about Alex. Fans of DOO are aware that Alex and Channel are not actors, so it's understandable that they would be hesitant to put them in a soap opera. Channel could be reluctant to step back from Sweet Bits, since she already has a profitable bakery to manage. Johnny can counter that Channel can continue to work part-time at the bakery and assign tasks to reliable staff members while she's on set. Channel will be pushed to audition by Johnny and Abe, since this may be an amazing chance. Days teasers claim that while Alex is attractive and charismatic, he will also be under pressure to try out. Alex can make a compelling leading man, and Abe and Johnny will be sure of it, so they'll work to win him over. This acting role might be beneficial for Alex, who is attempting to reinvent himself in the wake of Theresa Donovan's inheritance plot. Now that Alex has left Titan, it would be a new chapter in his career. This might become a bit of a chemistry test since it seems like Channel and Alex will be auditioning at the same time. Johnny could first believe that Alex and Channel are only actors, but if they get the parts and are partnered with someone on the program, that might not be the case. With the way the co-stars appear to be growing closer, it's easy to picture Johnny being envious, particularly because Channel and Alex had already made out with Allie Horton, Lindsay Arnold, in the past. Our predictions for the day suggest that Johnny and Channel will have some unexpected marital difficulties, so maybe Alex will get in the way of their relationship as the plot develops. Stay tuned for updates on whether Channel and Alex's on-screen romance may have negative consequences for her future with Johnny, as revealed by spoilers from Days of Our Lives. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.